Cherry Blossom Introduction, 2 minutes. My dear friends, today I want to share with you some thoughts about Buddhism and the question of God. Very often, people ask me, why don't Buddhists believe in God? They ask because, in many religions, belief in a creator is central. But Buddhism is a little different. It is not a matter of rejecting other people's faith. It is about how the Buddha looked at life, suffering, and liberation. I always say, if belief in God helps you to be more compassionate, more kind, then that is wonderful. But in Buddhism, our approach is different. It is based more on responsibility, on our own actions, and on training the mind. Cherry Blossom Section 1. The Question of Creation, 3 minutes. In some traditions, God is seen as a creator of everything. But the Buddha did not speak of a beginning created by one being. He taught about interdependence. Everything arises because of causes and conditions. For example, a tree does not appear from nothing. It grows from a seed, from soil, from sunlight, from water. Our lives also come from many conditions. Our parents, our culture, our own actions. This way of thinking is central in Buddhism. We call it pratyasamutta, dependent origination. Because of this, Buddhists do not need the idea of a single creator. We explain the world through causes, not through divine will. Cherry Blossom Section 2. The Buddha's Concern, 3 minutes. The Buddha was not a philosopher trying to solve the origin of the universe. His main concern was suffering. He looked at human life and asked, why do we suffer? And how can we find peace? He discovered that suffering has a cause, our ignorance, our strong attachment, our anger, and he also saw that there is a path to freedom. So the Buddha's teaching is very practical. It is about reducing suffering now, here, in our daily life. This is why, even if we ask, did God create the world? For the Buddha, the more important question is, how can I overcome my anger? How can I find compassion? Cherry Blossom Section 3. Gods in Buddhism, 2 minutes. Sometimes people think Buddhists deny the existence of gods. This is not correct. In Buddhist cosmology, we speak of many devas, heavenly beings, but they are not eternal, all-powerful. They also experience impermanence. They are like us, only with different conditions. So, yes, there are gods in Buddhist stories, but they cannot give us liberation. They cannot remove our suffering. Only our own mind can do that. Cherry Blossom Section 4, Karma and Responsibility, 4 minutes. One of the most important teachings of the Buddha is karma. Our actions bring results. If we act with kindness, compassion, and wisdom, we create happiness. If we act with hatred, greed, and ignorance, we create suffering. In this way, there is no need for God to reward or punish. The law of cause and effect is natural, like gravity. I often say, this gives us great responsibility, but also great freedom. We are not helpless. We do not need to wait for divine intervention. We can shape our future by our own actions, our own thoughts. This is very empowering. Cherry Blossom Section 5. The Path of Practice, 3 minutes. In Buddhism, the real question is not what you believe, but what you practice. If belief in God makes you more kind, that is good. But if you do not practice compassion, then belief alone does not help much. The Buddha always said, don't just believe because I say so. Examine, test, and experience for yourself. This is like science. You test reality through meditation, through mindfulness, through observing your own mind. So in Buddhism, practice is more important than belief. Cherry Blossom Section 6. Comparison with other faiths, 3 minutes. When I meet Christian brothers and sisters, Muslim brothers and sisters, I see that faith in God gives them strength. This is beautiful. I always admire sincere faith. But in Buddhism, we try to find that strength not from outside, but from inside, from our own awareness, our own compassion. So our approaches are different, but our goals can be the same: to reduce suffering, to increase love, to live a meaningful life. I never say Buddhism is better. It is simply one path. What matters is whether the path makes you a better human being. Cherry Blossom Section 7. The Essence, 2 minutes. So why don't Buddhists believe in God? It is not out of rejection. It is because our path does not require a creator. The Buddha pointed directly to the mind. He said enlightenment comes not from outside, but from within. In this way, we learn to take responsibility, to cultivate compassion, and to develop wisdom. This is a true heart of Buddhism. Cherry Blossom Conclusion, 2 minutes. My friends, whether you believe in God or not, what is most important is how you live your life. Are you kind? Do you reduce suffering in the world? Do you bring joy to others? If belief in God helps you, that is wonderful. If Buddhist practice helps you, that is also wonderful. The important thing is that we all try to live with compassion, forgiveness, and wisdom. This is the real purpose of spiritual life. Thank you.